All right, so here's the setup, and I'm just breaking this apart into circle 2, that's the big one, and circle 1, that's the small one, and let's see where we can go. So, the first deal is the radius of circle 1 is 1, and so that we can use that to find the radius of circle 2, right? So a squared plus b squared, those are the legs, equals the c squared, that's the radius of circle 2. And if we simplify that down, we're going to see that the radius of circle 2, the blue one, is square root of 2. All right, we figured that out yesterday. No big. Moving on. Just to separate them out, we're going to work with them separately from now on. So let's find the area of circle 1. It's 3.14. And the area of circle 2 looks like this. Right? So each side of a square is root 2. That means that the area of the square is 3.14 times 2, or 2 times pi, right? Because square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2. 2 times pi is 6.28. All right. Here's the deal. We need to get rid of as much of the red circle as possible, right? So we're subtracting the part that's being covered up by blue. So the first part's easy. We can subtract half of circle 2. Actually, I think that's circle 1. I messed that up. This should be circle 1. We're going to subtract half of circle 1. Yeah, and then we need to get rid of this part, right? The other part that's covered up by blue, right? So that way we'll only see what's left over by red. So how do we find that little part? The next part of this gets a little convoluted, but stay focused on that little crescent there, that little blue piece that I've got crossed out. We need to subtract that part. All right, so let's work on this. I'm going to say that a 90-degree angle creates an area that's 1/4 of the circle. So I'm going to use that 90-degree angle there to create sort of an arc, right? It's called an arc. And we don't know how to find the area of that arc, so we have to do a little bit of gymnastics here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's figure out how to get rid of that 1/4 area of the circle, right? We want to get rid of that thing. Now keep in mind, well, I'll get to that later. All right, so we can't just subtract this 1/4 of the circle, this 25% of the circle, because we've already, if we did that, we wouldn't have covered up this area right here, right? So this little spot right here that's in blue needs to go also. So you might think, okay, well, let's just think 1/4 of circle 2, take that out and we'll be done. But we won't, because we'll have missed this part here that I'm scribbling on. Okay? So we need another trick here. Okay? We just need to get rid of this part. Right? Because imagine we've already subtracted all of this, right, when we did 1/2. And now we're just trying to get this part over here. But to do that, we need to get the whole arc minus the white part. The whole arc minus the white part. So let's see if we can do that. We're going to just try and find the area of just the triangle, right? Because we can find the arc and then subtract this, and it will leave us with a piece we just need. Okay? So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use this triangle. We're going to use the radius of circle 1 to help us find the area of that triangle. The area of that triangle is going to be 1, right? That's the radius of circle 1 right there, times 2, that's the width. That's the width of this circle right here, divided by 2. That gives us the area of that white triangle, which is what we need, is 1. So what we have is the red circle, and we're going to subtract 1/4 of circle 2. That's the big arc. And then we're going to subtract 1 from that. And we need to have that in parentheses, right? Because that leaves us with just the yellow part. Okay? So that's important, right? This is the whole arc, and this is taking away the white part. All right. And then we can go back and subtract the other missing piece, the 1/2. of circle 1. That piece. And that gets rid of all we need. Okay, so there's our formula. Alright, let's just start putting in the values for circle 1 and circle 2.
This old man, he played knick-knack on my gate with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling
This is the yellow part that I've got colored in, and this is the green. Let's subtract both of those pieces from circle.
This old man, he played 9, he played knick-knack.
Actually, I'm sorry, we're going to subtract that from
with a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a
subtract that
bone.
from the
This
red
old
part.
man came
That
rolling
leaves us
home.
with this, which is what we're after to begin with.
This old
And if you solve it down,
played
keep
10, he
solving,
played knick-knack once
solving,
again with a
keep
knick-knack,
solving,
paddywhack, give a dog a
keep
bone.
solving.
This
You
old man
end up
came
with so
rolling
now I believe
home.
the area showing right here is 1 unit squared. Done.